Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. As you can see, I'm doing a little bit of yard work. I got my dethatcher hooked up to my lawnmower over here, and I have a riding lawnmower, a John Deere D110, and I've had that dethatcher for, well, about as long as I've had the mower, and I've never used it. And just thought since I was going to overseed, I'd get some of this thatch up, because you can see it. You can see the thatch in the yard. It's never been dethatched before, and not a whole lot of yard work in particular. So this is what thatch looks like, and as you can see, it's not just dead stuff, it's also pulling up a lot of the green, a lot of the live grass too, but it definitely needed to be done. So I did a couple trips, first going this back and forth, this way in a circle, and then going reverse in a circle, just hitting it a couple different times, trying to get as much thatch up as I can, and then sprinkled it here on top. I'm going to take this dethatcher off and then get the bagger system going and bag everything up. I'm going to cut it down to about 2.5 inches, and then we're going to overseed. I wasn't going to overseed until next weekend, but it's starting to get cooler. The days are somewhere around 65 to 70 degrees, sometimes 75. The night times are getting down into the mid 40s, and when you start talking about 45 degrees, you know, things start going dormant. Things don't like to germinate, and I got to get this seed on the ground and watered in, and pretty much just get it to where it's going to start germinating, and so it'll have the overseeding effect, right? Because the whole thing about overseeding is you want new grass coming up. So let me get this thing bagged down to 2.5 inches, and then we're going to start getting some overseed done. Stay tuned. I've got it mowed down to 2 inches, and that's as far down as I'm going to take my tall fescue. Normally it'd be about 2.5, but since I'm overseeding, I went ahead and did the extra 1/2 inch. 2 inches is the maximum that there is, as short as I'm going to cut it. The grass seed that I chose is called this Water Saver RTF, and it is a mixture. Okay, I got this on Amazon. It was about $21, $22 for a 5-pound bag. And you can see I got 3 of them, so I got 15 pounds worth. And what the RTF is it's a new type of fall fescue. What the RTF is it's a new type of tall fescue. Well, maybe it's not a new type, but it's a type of tall fescue. Kind of a hybrid. It produces rhizomes like a bluegrass does. It acts like a bluegrass, and it'll actually fill itself in and creep in bare spots and make new grass. Okay, so this bag has got almost 30% of the RTF type of tall fescue in it. The other types that it have in it is a Barrington, a Barvado, Barrington 2, Barvado RTF type, and then of course it's got its regular other crop seed, you know, 0.10%, you know, inert matter 1.5%, weed seed 0.10%. So it's 99.9% weed free. Not 100%, but it's about as close as you're going to get commercially, anyways. Unless you go someplace that actually has a 100% weed free guarantee. But my yard's got weeds in it anyways. Even if I throw down a 0.1% weed, you know, it's not going to make much of a difference. Down a grass seed, when I put down a grass seed, I usually like to put down Scott's starter fertilizer in the blue bag. It's got tenacity in it, and basically it's a weed killer. And I don't have a bag of it right now. I will a little bit later on in the week, and I will put a video up whenever I do that. But this stuff takes 7 to 10 days to germinate, so it's fairly quick to germinate. And as long as I get the starter fertilizer down in that time frame, then you know we're looking pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this down. Again, this is a Water Saver RTF, and I'll have a link to the website on Amazon that I got this to if you're interested. And we're gonna see how it does here in North Central. So it says on the bag right here for me to put a setting of 10 on this when I put it down. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put it at a setting of a 5, maybe a 6. Because I want to do several different passes. Okay, I want to make sure I get a good even sow in, do several different passes going every direction that I can. Set it for a 5. So let's get started. Lawnmower, my John Deere, I have a dethatching pull behind, and I went ahead and I dethatched this section of the yard. I then went through and with the bagger on my lawnmower, went ahead and bagged it and got rid of the thatch and the clippings and everything all in one shot. Very, very easy. Then I went through and I overseeded. I put 15 pounds of grass seed down on a 4,000 square foot area. And once that, I made multiple passes back and forth and through and around in zero circles and stuff. And when that was all through and over with, I went through and I watered it in. The only thing that I didn't do was put down my starter fertilizer, which I highly recommend you do as soon as you seed or as you seed. I'll be picking a bag of that up tomorrow, and I'll put a video out on me putting it down and then watering it in again. Watering grass seed is very important. You need to do it at least 2 to 3 times a day. I'll probably get it done probably twice. This is Sunday, so tomorrow's Monday. I'll get up early in the morning before I go to work, water it in real quick, hopefully real quick, go to work, and then as soon as I get home in the evenings, I'll water it again. And that's going to be just about as good as it's going to get. I mean, 2 waterings a day, that's all I can do. But you know, it's going to be nice and cool and cloudy. It's going to be 70 degrees. At nighttime, it's going to be down to you know, 49, 48 degrees, 50 degrees, somewhere in there. So it ought to be pretty good and come up real good. This is 7 to 10 days germination, so in 2 weeks we ought to start seeing new grass come up if I can keep it going like it is. But for now, everything's done. It's time for me to sit back, relax, and play a little bit with the drone. I'll see you guys next time.